Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me again. As you can tell from the title, we are going to do a get ready with me glow up quarantine style, I guess you could say, as we are in a worldly pandemic and we shouldn't be going out. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Yeah, we're just going to do like a glow up. Of course, we're not actually going anywhere. So you're gonna glow up for yourselves and you're gonna rock it, because I'm here to give you motivation. The motivation that we all need just to kind of kick life in the butt right now. It is my first video in a long time, so please excuse the awkwardness that is me talking to a camera for right now. I'm so awkward that I have a little notepad of some topics that I could even talk about. But you know what? We're gonna get right into it. I got my little makeup bag. The first thing, for our glow up today, excuse my brain while it's kind of like scattered. But anyways, we're just gonna do like a full glam, but keep it kind of dewy. Excuse my skin. I've been doing a lot of makeup lately. If you haven't seen my makeup, make sure to go check out @MeMyself_makeup on Instagram. I will link it down below if I can figure out how to do that. I'm a little technology, whatever that word is, you know what that word is. Whatever. I'm not the best with technology, is what I'm trying to say. So, instead of me just continuing to mumble away, I'm just taking my little sample size of the Belif True Cream Aqua Bomb. I got this in an Ipsy bag. I love it. It's really good, just kind of gives some moisture. And since we are going for a really dewy and glowy look, it really comes down to just having some really good skin prep. I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows. I will be one of those people and skip over eyebrows, because I think eyebrows can be kind of interesting and fun sometimes. I've noticed ever since being in school, my kind of application ways have changed a lot. If my camera will focus. I don't know, I've just changed a lot of my routine, and I've changed my brows here and there, and yeah. I will be honest, I did miss the soap brows, or not the soap brows. I will be doing soap brows, which is why I said soap brows. But I really missed my pomade brows, as for a while I did end up switching to the brow definer pencil, whatever you want to call that, from Anastasia. And then as I was looking back in pictures, I was like, wow, I miss Dipbrow brows. Try saying that 5 times fast, but you can't do it. Anyways, so yeah. And then I used to be a powder girl for eyebrows like a long time ago. I first started off with like the NYX micro brow, and then I did the NYX, they had like that powder that was like dual. I also used the e.l.f. one for a while, and then I got a hold of some Dipbrow, went back to pencil for a while, and then just kind of between the two. But I noticed, I think Dipbrow is my favorite. But man, I will admit, like, there's a few times where I've really drawn my eyebrows, and I try to be like cautious of that. And like, don't get me wrong, I love a strong eyebrow, but I don't know, there's a time and a place. And a lot of the times, the places I'm going, at least not at the moment because self-isolation, the places that I'm going with eyebrows like that would just be eyebrows and mascara, and it's like, it's a little much, you know, to put that much like wow in someone else's face. Like, I don't know, felt bad. But yeah, just gonna lightly fill them in, and then we'll do some soap brows. So coming back, I have completely done my brows, and I went ahead and I used my Pretty Fresh concealer from Colourpop, which I've been really loving. And I'm just creating a nice base and then carved out the bottom of my eyebrows to create a nice strong brow, which, as I was just rambling on about, I actually do really enjoy a strong brow. I'm not gonna set the concealer today. That's one thing I noticed is ever since being in makeup school, they always are like, you know, like, oh, like set your eye makeup or your concealer base, and that was something I was really gravitating. I kind of go through like waves, and I'll kind of get more into it. I want to make a video about how beauty school has been going and just kind of my take and, you know, things I've learned about myself as an artist going through school, because it, like, my mindset of things for makeup has really kind of shifted, and school itself has allowed me to open up a part of my mind that's a little bit more creative in ways that I guess didn't really have access to before in a way. But anyways, more in a separate video about that. But yeah, just like my styles. And I started really creating a habit again of setting my eyelids. But the last few days that I've been doing makeup, I haven't, and it's been kind of nice, I guess you could say. I don't know, it's just a nice different change of way. But enough mumbo jumbo. I'm gonna go in with an oldie but a goodie palette. It's the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I haven't picked this one up in a while, but it's good. So I'm just gonna make sure to tap out any creases, because I got some creasy eyelids. And I'm just gonna go in with extra creamy and just kind of do a light base just on the actual eyelid. With that being said, and kind of mentioning earlier the whole face looking bad and me trying to blame it on self-isolation quarantine, yeah, if you're watching this live, kind of like when it's newly released, I mean, the world is in a craze right now. And it's all about self-isolation right now to kind of help stop the spread of coronavirus. And I think it's important to keep up a good routine while being at home, because you can easily fall into a depression very, very quick. And there has been days when I'm just like super unmotivated to get out and do anything, and I'm just like, come on, like, get your butt going, like, you need to do this, you'll feel better. And I do feel better once I actually get out of bed and start making myself useful for the day, so to say, or so to speak. So yeah, and on that note, like I was saying, it is like super duper important to keep up. So I've been going on some daily walks just to get out, get some fresh air. If it's nice and sunny out, which it was for the first few days of isolation here in Vancouver, I would sit with my window open, really air out my room, which would make for better sleep at night. I've been trying, I used to love reading as a kid, and then I got to a time, I guess, when I really started having access to technology, and then obviously YouTube and watching other people's videos, those online games, everything just kind of took its toll on me. And I've been trying to get back into reading. So a book that I have started in the last few days is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, I think. Sincero. Anyways, I know it was like a really good kind of read. It's always like really high up, and then I finally bought it when I was in the airport in Christmas, going home for Christmas, and I was like, you know what, I've got a lot of time on my hands now, so might as well do it, read a book. And yeah, I'm literally only done like the first chapter, but I do plan to read more for sure. And yeah. Some other really just good like self-care, you know, I've been trying to take care of my skin more, especially because I do have more downtime to be doing makeup looks. I want to make sure that my skin is kind of getting the love back. So I have been doing some face masks. I started using one by Vichy that I really enjoy. Just make sure giving it hydration, washing it properly, doing a nice exfoliation. I still do dermaplaning. I don't know if I've ever actually shared that on YouTube here, but I do dermaplaning. And I do notice it has helped with exfoliation and just brightening my skin, and the overall like appearance, like with acne as well. It kind of helps because it kind of gets rid of any pores and whatnot. Not get rid of pores. Geez, I wish we could get rid of pores. But I mean, like, it helps kind of unclog, and it's a source of exfoliation, so it is removing dead skin cells that would clog said pores. So yeah, just doing like lots of different face masks. I've been trying to like do some yoga and little like at-home workouts. I noticed by doing yoga how much flexibility I have lost, and it's kind of like sad, and so now it's like the time that I can take back and actually do some yoga and hopefully gain some flexibility back. So literally back to the makeup. I just took the color peanut butter, brushed that into my crease, and just kind of really buffed it out for kind of a blown out look, still keeping that white on the lid. We'll probably go back and darken it up a little bit later. I'm not going to go too crazy because I do want to keep it really nice and glowy. Yeah, but anyways, what have you guys been doing for self-care and keeping busy during this time? I know it's really important to keep connected with friends and family. I was supposed to go home for Easter like next week, but obviously that flight was canceled. So I've been hanging out in Vancouver still. I talk to everybody on a daily basis, FaceTiming, Skyping, just like phoning them up on the phone, you know. Not like they have much to tell me, because I mean their days are just as boring as mine probably, but it's still nice to keep in contact with people. It really is. So yeah. So next up, to keep going with the kind of glow up, you know, not like we're going anywhere, but I am going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Haha, see what I did there? Glow up, Pro Glow, glowy look. I'm such a comedian. And because I am lazy, I'm gonna shake it first a little bit just to make sure it's all mixed up. And then I'm just taking a flat, well, it's not super flat, it's like a little bit of an angled kabuki brush just to kind of buff it into the skin. I'm not gonna take too much because I don't necessarily want to cake it on, and that will kind of ruin the whole vibe of doing a glowy makeup look. But yeah, this is the second time I've used this foundation. I just recently picked it up and I have been liking it. I had the L'Oreal Lumi, I think it is. What is it? True Match Lumi, and it's a little bit too dark for me right now, but I do love that one, so I decided to pick up this one in a shade that's closer to what I am. I've been like struggling like real hard right now with finding my foundation color. And like, I'm in beauty school, I do this on like a regular basis at school, and it's like, why is it so difficult to find it for me right now? And it's like, I'm not about to mix myself a custom foundation, like, no, I'm like not that desperate. But it's like, one of my paler ones is like literally too ghostly white for me, and then this one that's like the second lightest shade in the Pro Glow that like the store I went to was carrying is like a little bit off for me. It makes me look like I just came back from the beach vacation that like I kind of want to be on, but obviously with everything going on, I'm not on. Sorry for that just like mind cluster of words, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Okay, so I am back. My camera battery is about to die. So while that was charging, I quickly straightened my hair because it looked like pretty horrific. And I added some concealer under my eyes and the other highlights in my face. I noticed lately I kind of like putting it and then just letting everything kind of sit in the skin, tapping it out one more time before I completely powder it. So it's had like a handful of minutes to do that. And I'm just gonna go ahead, tap one more time, and then just kind of do a light dusting of powder wherever I put concealer. I'm gonna try to avoid powder all over my face, just because I don't want to slap on the powder too much and have it kind of not look dewy and glowy, and it would just look like cake face. But you know, I'm a naturally I have like an oilier T-zone and then kind of dry on the other parts of my face, so I don't necessarily need to powder everywhere. But you do you. Do whatever you need to do. And then just kind of sweep the rest away. I noticed I need to like really pay attention and start powdering around like these nose creases, because I mean they're creasy and they like to eat away at the foundation. Not eat away at it, but crease it. Haha. So at this point going forward, I'm going to take this little Morphe brush that I got in a 6-piece eye set. It's just kind of a tapered blending brush. And I am going to go in with Jammin' from that same Too Faced palette. Just like the tiniest bit. And then just kind of put it in the outer corner just to add some definition. But like, what were we talking about before? I guess just like self-care, quarantine, isolation. It's like, it truly is a weird time, but I mean, I've been journaling a little bit because it'll be kind of interesting to look back, like, you know, 10, 20 years from now, show it to like my future kids and whatnot, that like, I lived through a pandemic. And it's like, technically, I guess I lived through 2, because I was around when SARS happened, but I was just a baby, so I don't really remember or have any like recollection of it at all. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, I was and am old enough. Oops, sorry, that was my foot kicking my printer box. So like, it's cool just to be able to say like, you know, I was old enough to remember exactly what all was going on during this time. And it really has been crazy times, like with the coronavirus, but I mean like the earth is slowly healing itself. So it's like, you know, I wrote a post about on my makeup Instagram saying I did like a black and white makeup look, and about how there's the darkness and then the light, then together it creates like a beautiful picture. And in this case, our beautiful picture that's coming out of all this darkness is that Mother Earth is healing itself, which is something that generations to come will be able to benefit from, because they will have an Earth that is actually functioning and, you know, it has healed itself a little bit over time. And it's unfortunate that a time like this is what had to be the thing to kind of literally stop everybody and put everybody in isolation and lockdown in cases around the world, that the earth was finally able to heal itself. And I don't know, it's like, it's amazing how the universe works. Am I the only person that feels like that, or am I just like blabbering away while my camera is focusing in and out? yeah, that's just my thoughts. Just rambling on as usual. So yeah, I took Jammin', put in my outer corners. I'm gonna leave it like that, I think. I'm gonna go on and start working on some of the face makeup. I'm gonna just grab some of the products I'm gonna use. I'm really into my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil again. And then we'll go with this highlight and this blush, actually. I've really, like, with a lot of free time on my hands, I have been getting down and decluttering a lot of stuff. I have a bag of stuff that's ready. Sorry for that, like, mini earthquake of my camera shaking. Ooh, sorry. Anyways, I have a really short attention span, I think. I get distracted very easily. But anyways, decluttering. I've been doing a lot of decluttering, and I know this is probably like a really good time to do it because I have so much free time, and then I can really evaluate the stuff that I have and what has actually served a purpose to me since moving out here. And I noticed I have a lot of stuff that, like, I brought out with me and I really do not use. So it was just like that time to do my spring cleaning, because it is spring here in Vancouver, and just really let go of some stuff. And that's another really good thing, is because I'm spending so much time in the same space, having like that less clutter and junk around is really beneficial for my mindset. It allows me just to think a little bit clearer, and you know, I kind of have like my priorities set a little bit straighter, I guess you could say, just because I don't have so many distractions around me. So that's just a little bit of light, and maybe that gives you a little bit of motivation to declutter some of your stuff around the house while we are all available and present to do it, because I know a lot of us have a lot of time now. So I'm just going ahead, kind of contouring and bronzing at the same time. I'm not going super crazy, just because my foundation is like a shade darker anyway. So yeah, that's done. And then I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Paaarty 12-hour Amazonian clay blush. Yeah, so back to like that main point, it was just like journaling. I think this is an important time to do a lot of self-reflecting. You know, make sure you're setting goals. There's like, I want to create like a vision board, but I also don't want to use all of my printer ink up because I'm going to need that for school whenever we go back. So yeah, that's like a dilemma at the moment. Wow, it looks like I have a lot of blush, but I don't know, my like bronzer is coming off like kind of blushy looking, really like pinky red. I swear it looks normal in real life for the most part. Going in with my Colourpop Flexitarian highlight. I love this highlight. I don't own a lot, and I did declutter a few, and this made the cut. I really like it. It's like one of my only like kind of nude champagne-y ones, whereas like I'd say like my Amrezy one is a little bit more golden champagne-y, whereas this is like kind of like an icy champagne, if that makes any sense. I just got like a foot cramp. Oh, anybody else like thoroughly hate those? Because I do. I mean, I don't think, does anybody like having like a cramp or a spasm? I don't know. That'd be kind of weird in my opinion, but I don't know. There's a lot of people in this world, and I'm just one of them with my own thoughts and opinions. So yeah. I'd say I've added a decent amount of highlight, but you know, it's a glowy makeup. Is my camera focusing? It is. It kind of looks fuzzy. I'm gonna like zoom in a tiny bit more because I feel like I'm just like kind of distant away. for that last clip of me babbling on. Where have I been these last few months? Why haven't I been on YouTube? Or just creating content for YouTube? I like to say I'm busy, but truth is I'm a little bit more on the lazy side when it comes to that. I love sitting down and talking. If you know me personally, you know I enjoy talking. But when it comes to the editing side, it's like I'm very, like, has to get done within a certain amount of time. I do not have a lot of patience to kind of sit down and do it, but I don't know, fun fact, my brother has recently inspired me. He has his channel AFC Curtis, and he's been doing it for over a year now, and it's growing a lot, and he's been kind of inspiring to me. And you know, he said, like, Kira, like, you've had so much time on your hands lately, like, get back into YouTube. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Like, I need to do it. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Whoa, focus. You know, like, there's not a whole lot to do, so here I am doing some YouTube videos again. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy the content. I have a few ideas for videos, but as always, leave some suggestions down below. Go to my Instagram, leave suggestions, and yada yada yada. So we're zooming in a little bit. I'm gonna show you how I do my soap brows. I got one done here. Usually when I do soap brows, I usually don't really fill my eyebrows in just because it gives that really kind of fluffy look into it. So anyways, I just take my L'Occitane soap. I take my eyebrow spoolie and a little bit of the Evian mineral water and just mist it, damp it. Scrape that spoolie on the soap just to have it kind of create like a paste. And then I go ahead and simply just brush up. At this moment in time is when I realize, like, wow, I should really trim my eyebrows once in a while, but at the same time, if I did, it wouldn't give the same fluffy effect. So you gotta give and take, people, give and take. Anyways, yeah, just kind of brush them up, let them sit for a minute. I'll kind of brush them back down, and then you can really start to feel them stiffen up a bit. And I usually just kind of do it to the, like, the tail end of it, because I find it like the hairs in the front already kind of stick up anyways, and then a little bit finer, I guess, and just like it's not as like thick of a brow in the front. So I just kind of focus that more towards the tail. And then for instance, I can get really like long splotchy pieces, and it's like I want fluffy brows, but I don't necessarily want like super like in your face editorial brows for like an everyday look. So I will go ahead and just kind of go along the top just to kind of push them down a tiny bit and tame them so they look a little bit more put together. So I am back. I have applied my mascara top and bottom. I just did a light little touch to the bottom lashes because I didn't want to do anything too dramatic to have them drag my eyes back down. So yeah, and then we're almost finished, believe it or not. I've been rambling on forever. I'm gonna go ahead and take bananas and then literally just on my finger, tap that to the inner corners. Just like so. And I'm gonna go back in with the Flexitarian highlight as well. And just go right on top of that. Make it look real nice and just like, pretty. I'm so weird at times. Ugh. And then to finish off the kind of makeup glow up, glowy look. It's not like a complete glow up because I'm not adding lashes today. My eyes and my lashes specifically need a break from lashes because I've been making them work lately. And I'm probably like most girls out there I promise. I just had a dry spot. Anyways, lashes. Yeah, my lashes have definitely been pulling a lot for me lately, and I am one of those girls who just like to yank them off afterwards. So yeah, I know it's bad and I really shouldn't, but I still do, just like every other girl out there does, every other person who likes to wear false lashes. By the way, I've been loving watching Trixie Mattel and Katia, not even gonna try pronouncing her last name, their show on YouTube. I watch about 2 episodes a night before I go to bed, and it is hilarious. It's a great uplifting show to watch in these times, and if you have nothing else to do other than watch my YouTube videos, go watch their YouTube videos. And yeah, that is almost like the last that I'm gonna say, except that I am using the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie, which is the new lip gloss, and I didn't bother lining my lips. I've been kind of skipping out on that process, but just keep it a little bit more natural and glowy. How many like glowy, like I know I focus, here we go. I know I don't like have very many tutorials on YouTube, but I feel like pretty much all of them except like my Colourpop one is like a glowy makeup look. I don't know, which is weird because then when you go to my Instagram, it's like, wow, in your face makeup looks, color, you know, face painting, illusion makeup looks. That's, oh, I've been really into illusion makeup looks lately. But anyways, yeah, so YouTube and my Instagram are like almost 2 separate platforms, and I'm just like 2 different personas in a way, and I just need to like merge them together. But anyways, this is the final look. Let me make my hair look half decent. And thank you if you notice, yes, I did cut my hair, and if you've been following me on my Instagram, it was like red, and now I am back to being blonde again. Thank you for noticing if you did. But if you're new here, it's okay. We'll be getting to know each other lots, and I'm gonna cut myself off here before I ramble your ears off. Thank you for joining me. I promise to be coming back, making a little bit more regular content. I've been feeling inspired lately, so it will be coming. Just give me some time, especially figure out editing again. But make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Go ahead, follow me on my Instagram at @me_myself_makeup, and don't forget to comment and just interact with me there. Drop all of your video suggestions. I've been a lot more active on my Instagram stories, so definitely stay tuned for some polls and stuff for different looks that I'm going to be creating. But anyways, I hope everybody has a great day, no matter what day it is you're watching. We will all get through this whole coronavirus situation, as I have a hair in my mouth. Sexy. And yeah, I mean, we'll all get through this together. Make sure everybody has to take charge in being responsible for their actions. Stay home, do not go out if you do not need to. And yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, guys, bye.